to the Hawks and Masters podcast. It is session 2.
It's episode 2.
4.
It's episode 2.
Episode 2. Okay, 3 discussions round. All right, it works now.
So you get what I'm saying?
It's episode 2.
3 discussions.
3 discussions, yeah. So 1, 2, 3. What does that make it? 5. Right. Welcome to 4th. It's been a long day. I'm tired. Therefore, my maths doesn't add up.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Hawks and Masters podcast. We have our boy, Mr. Adrian, in the building again.
Glad to be back.
For about 5 seconds.
Sorry about that.
We good.
Adrian, help. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, you're welcome.
Mr. Carlos in the building. So we're back. Today. Our discussion is going to be about: do men really want to get married, and what is in it for us?
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. Shambles.
Sit it out straight.
I'll be honest. I'm all for marriage, innit? But it's just, you gotta be the one, man. There's even different types of marriages. Arranged marriage. Marrying for to make the family wealthier. Do you know what I mean? There's different scenarios there, man. Everyone's at a different point in life when you want to make yourself happy, but is that really making you happy? I don't know. If you want to elaborate, guys.
The reason why I asked this question, is because if you ask a woman, do you want to get married? They're going to say yes. You ask them why they want to get married, they're going to tell you solid reasons. I want a man that's going to protect me. I want a man that's going to provide. I want a man that's going to look after my children, provide for my children. You know what I'm trying to say? So there's certain things that you have to be in order to be husband material.
Criteria.
Yeah, husband criteria. So that's why I asked the question, do men really want to be married and what is in it for us? Because if you're that man that is able to provide all of these things that is essential for a woman to want to marry you, so you're able to provide, you're able to protect, you're able to look after your children, all of those things, what is it that you need in return for you to want to marry her? Because it's funny that a woman will have all of these things to say, but it's a man's choice whether to get married or not. So that's why I asked the question. As a man, do you want to be married? And if you do, what is the criteria that needs to be met in order for you to go and invest in that ring and get down on your knee?
I think for me it's if I really love her. Sounds cheesy, doesn't it? But if I can't stop thinking about it, if you're in love with someone, in my opinion, it's because you just can't stop thinking about them. Part of your life is but what does she think?
Yeah.
How was your day? Yeah, guys, see you later. Where is she? That kind of stuff. Beautiful, right? So marriage, I think traditionally has been just how couples have done it. We dated for 5 years and we got married. We had kids and it's like a formula or whatever. And that I think now times are shifting. My attitude to marriage is I'd love to get married, but not for any religious reason. Just because I'd love to be like, this is my wife. I'd be proud to say, this is my wife. I want to get married for the togetherness. It's I want the marriage. I don't care about
your wife
wedding.
Have to be able to do certain things though? Or does it not matter?
I would love for my wife to be kind, to be creative, to be funny. Bit of a struggle sometimes, lady.
Oh my God!
To be a family person, ideally to be God-fearing, to not be a bloody alcoholic or whatever. Do you know what I mean? To be, I have. But I try to be quite open, as friends know. I try to be quite, I try to accept women for who they are. And
What did you say? What did you say, Age? What did you say?
The standard that I would love is... Come on, man.
No, fuck it, man.
You said about criteria, Ashley.
Yeah.
Criteria. Well, as soon as you said that, I was thinking, it's true. Women have their criteria. I found, John, I really like you, but you don't have a Lamborghini and you're just a bit boring or something. You're just not fitting what I expect.
John, speak about the hairline. It's okay.
You know?
Mention the hairline, it's fine.
I've stopped reading when they. That's page 2 of the rejection letter.
No, I get what you're saying, but that's my main point.
I don't really have criteria.
But that's what I'm saying. Most men don't have a criteria when it comes to women.
Yeah.
They just love who they love. You
This
know what
is
I'm
it.
saying? And they're just going to do it for who they love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
the way it should be.
But it is the way it should. I don't know if it should be like that, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like that in our heads.
It's
Yeah.
a frustration.
But does that really work in reality?
It's a frustration. Man.
Because we're logical about everything else.
Yeah.
But love.
But love, yeah.
Okay, do you think it depends on how long you've been with that person to say, okay, like so everyone always says, I'll get with this girl, minimum 2 years. So I remember a friend said to me, minimum 2 years. And if he's been like that for more than 2 years, then he's gonna start thinking about looking to marry her, because it's like
That makes sense.
Yeah, like if you've been with someone for a long time and you're comfortable with that person, do you know what I mean? But then obviously, bruv, as men, we're not perfect in it. Like sometimes we got a little tick on the slide.
Play as fuck up.
We're just doing our thing. You get me? You know what I'm saying, bruv? Like, literally, but
Let me just put a disclaimer out there. He's speaking for himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Be glad to hear your view, Adrian.
Yeah, don't say we.
yeah.
Don't we them things.
We're meant to be
there.
individuals, man.
We are individuals.
Yeah, we are. So.
Men are not complicit just because we're men. I don't know what
The thoughts of Adrian are not shared by my lawyer. Yeah. And me, actually.
you did not consult my lawyer when you said that.
We had an agreement, man. Come on.
About we do our thing. We ain't doing shit.
Apologies. All right.
Do
You
men
need to
really
include
want
we.
to get married, and what is in it for us?
What's the
Great
benefits of being
question.
married? What's
Companionship.
the companionship? But can you not get companionship without marriage?
Of course.
Of course,
So
absolutely.
that's why I mean
I agree.
specific.
As well.
I'm not saying you don't want to be in a relationship or have someone you love or dedicate your life to someone. I'm saying what's the benefits for a man to be married? See, the benefits for a woman is everything that you buy, she now owns half of it.
But then women will argue that, I'll buy him, it's shared. Then
Yeah,
we live in-
but if a woman buys a house, are you going to own half of the house?
I wouldn't, I'd rather own my own house.
But that's my point. But
That's
if you
the
own your
point.
own house,
Yeah.
she is going to own half of the house.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
It's not. Do you see the logic?
I'm forgetting what marriage is. No, I don't
Alright,
want
so
to get married.
But that's what I'm trying to. Get man to think about. Obviously, you don't care about that in terms of the love. The love makes you disregard all of that. Yeah,
That's exactly.
But divorce is real, isn't it?
Oh, facts. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, what's the benefits of being married for our man? I'm not saying I don't want to be married. I probably will get married. No, I'm not saying I probably will. I will get married. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but I just haven't had that conversation. I know lots of married men. I've got my uncles that are married. Obviously, all of my grandparents were married. Aunties that are married. So I understand the marriage thing.
Yeah.
You get me? But I always see it. I see it in terms of it benefiting the women. Yeah, not that it's bad, because obviously the whole point of it was for the men to benefit these women. That was their aim, innit? So I'm just trying to find out if the only aim of marriage is for us to benefit the woman. And if it is, I'm not saying that means I won't do it, because I do want to benefit the woman I'm marrying.
Of course.
But I just want to know. Is there any real benefit, like physical, financial, some type of benefit that I actually get from doing this? If there's not, fine, I still want to do it to please my wife and to look after her and provide for her, cool. But I just want to know, what do I get out of this? Except for, leaving everything when I die to them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I really asked the
It's a
question.
great question, actually.
This is the funny thing though. It depends on the individual itself. Like, obviously in this world, everyone's different in it. So everyone has their own like perception of what they want to see with that said person for the oncoming future. It may be marriage, it may not be, but my point thing is as long as you're happy, you know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
your happiness is the number one important thing, man. And when you look past that and you see or this, oh, she owns half of this, own half of that. Why not think that you guys are building something, like you're building the future, or if your family, your kids.
Yeah, of course, but but I'm just wondering if that's just a way of, because you know when someone says to you, you can't change the reality, you can only change the way you look at it.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like what you're saying is just changing the perception, but not actually changing the reality of it. So you could say don't look at that stuff, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty, all of that's the only thing that's gonna matter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when everything is not peachy and she wants to go over there and you want to go over there, all of that's gonna matter then.
No.
So it's hard to go into something saying, let's not think about none of the important things, because a woman's gonna think about that.
Of course.
It's back behind in her mind. She hasn't forgotten about that. Yeah,
But this is the point.
Yeah.
A woman's always gonna think about that. What am I gonna do if I don't want to be here? Where am I gonna go if I don't want to do this? How am I gonna get? What's my exit plan if I need it?
This
You
is
get
it.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
She'll probably get some benefits more immediately.
But
as
a
well.
man ain't gonna think about that.
Yeah.
Man's gonna say, "I love you, man. I'm gonna put everything on the line." You get what I'm trying to say?
That's it, man. And it makes or breaks people, man.
It breaks a lot, man. I see
Oh,
that.
it breaks it, yeah.
This is it. The divorce definitely seems to damage the guy more proportionally than when you hear about divorces than the women.
Yeah.
Sometimes women like come out of court and they're like, yes, I got him. 27 billion pounds is now mine. Or like Jeff Bezos' people say, oh, she became the richest woman in the world because she divorced Jeff Bezos.
Look at that.
You'd hope that like it was like, well, without wife, I don't even know her name. Sorry. But it's like
Ex-Mrs. Bezos.
ex-Mrs. Bezos is now the richest woman in the world. Is that a woman's purpose? No, absolutely not. No.
But
What, she got rich because she got divorced?
I think
Imagine if you see Mary J. Blige's husband tried to do the same kind of thing to her. Yeah, my man got made to look like a waste man for that. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, he's with Mary J. Blige, is balling out, more balling than him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
when she
therefore-
divorced him, or when they got divorced, he tried to attempt to do the same thing. But the way that it was, obviously, the way that it was looked at is completely different. And I understand why, obviously. But this is why it's important for men to check and have these discussions, like, what is in it for me? You get me? How am I going to benefit from this?
Yeah.
And if I'm not going to benefit from this in any way, at least I want to go into it understanding that.
Yep.
I want to go into this marriage knowing I get nothing from this, and do it knowing that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if it goes wrong or something goes left, I'm coming out of it knowing that, well, I don't want to expect nothing. This is not gonna work.
Yeah.
I knew this was gonna. I knew that I was gonna get nothing from this if it goes wrong. So you can deal with it.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of men go into it not understanding that, bro. You don't really get nothing from this if this goes left. You know.
That's it.
I think
Are
women
you sure
aware.
you want to do
Yeah.
that? Do you get what I'm trying to say? If men still want to do it, then yeah. Do you get what I mean? But that's why we got to talk about it. We got to be open about it.
Brilliant.
You get me?